see if I can get a lot in this shot, because I'm kind of squished up against the front of the car here. Let me turn this fan down, it's nailing me here. I've got a wardrobe in the back, all flat, being taken back. I've been ill all week, pretty much. Not enough to keep me out of work, but just a longing cough, really. And kind of blocked sinuses. But yeah. Just coming back from the football. So men's football's on a Saturday, and it's when it's being recorded. It's going to be the majority of my recordings are going to be coming back from here. I am looking to do a cooking episode, or video. I made lemon pasta yesterday. It was really good. I just made too much pasta and kind of thinned out the flavour a bit too much. But for the moments that you could taste it, it was nice. So I'll have to show you how to do that as well at some point. I didn't have an idea of exactly what to really talk about, so I'm going to kind of continue on from what I felt today during the football, and afterwards. I have to say, and I mentioned this in a previous one, but the social connection that you have with people is just so important, and in a sporting context as well. It's how you navigate those social sort of parameters towards a main goal, and how you bring that social thing together towards success is an incredibly rewarding and fulfilling experience, if I was to say so myself. And that's essentially what I felt today. Our team have now gone 10 games without conceding. Now, that is unheard of at best. There may be some other clubs out there with much longer records. We're not playing at a level below where we should be. We're at the highest level we can play at amateur level. So, we're doing the best with what we've got in terms of player-wise, and it's just all come together really nicely. But in essence, the conversation really is about the connection I have with the people here at this club, and what we do together is the best thing in the world. This is you might see it as a job, you might see it as a hobby, whatever it is. It's something you commit hours to every week, and in doing so at an amateur level, you don't get paid for it. Your reward is what you do when you're connecting with others, and that is what I'm getting a lot of, connecting with these players. And even it looks like nothing could go wrong. I say that now, I've probably cursed it, but the time that I'm spending with them now is going to be so short, relatively speaking, to anything else in life. And it's these moments that you've got to maximise. We have a system here where you have to come back to the pub after every game to have a drink. Maybe there should be food on usually. You got to go and do that. If you don't, you get a fine. And the fine is only like £2 or something. It's an easy thing to pay, but it's the idea of the fine that's what's more offensive to yourself and your ego. Because every time you get fined, you do something, sometimes it's just being an idiot or making little mistakes here and there, You get fined for that. But sometimes the fines are a matter of actual direct punishment. You know, it's you've not come back with the team, you've not engaged with us, with the group socially, so you're going to get fined for that. And that is a tough thing to accept on your own ego, because you don't want to be the one that lets the team down. And if you're not doing your social duties, you know, you're letting down. That's what is important, is building these memories and these connections with people, even at the threat of a fine, no matter how small. That's me. Fuck. Yeah, what was I saying? These are the memories that you just are going to live with you forever, and you got to know as well, it's not going to last forever. That's what's sad. I don't think the camera's going to catch this, but I've got Jupiter directly in front of me here. It's quite cool. And I think you've got to find your own way of being involved in that. And it doesn't have to be in a sporting context. I mean, obviously, the social side of sport is very easy to get involved in. But getting involved in family, friends, having a sort of a circle that you can come to, and it could be a weekly thing where you just go to a cafe and talk, or it could be obviously sport, it could be I mean, I guess online, but I don't think your social interactions online matches what you get in person. You learn that this is more important to the younger people, really, because as we get older, it's probably less significant, because you know, certain pathways are kind of already in place. But for the younger individuals, you have to be involved socially more, whatever that looks like, because you learn to read body language, you learn to be aware of social dynamics, what to say and how to say in front of certain people, and knowing your place and having that awareness. It comes together that way. That's why you got to get involved in that. And I feel a lot of the times people are struggling to read that. That writing on the wall of so many of the younger generations are now sitting on social media or video games, and I get it, video games are addictive and fun. For me personally, I've kind of slowly grown out of it. I've not played the PlayStation in God knows how long, since the summer probably. That long ago. It's lost its benefit to me. But going out and hanging out with people that you're close with, there's no better feeling. With the right group, with the right people. And those that are toxic or not good for you, you've got to get rid of. You've got to find a way of getting rid of them as well. Cut those people out of your life, making you do bad things, making you do bad decisions, making you make bad decisions, I should say. That needs cutting out. It's the same with, if it was cigarettes, for example. If you know cigarettes were bad for your health, and you were concerned about your health, you got to find a way of quitting, giving up on that. If you don't care about your health, then I guess it doesn't really matter. But that's not the point. I'm trying to make here. It's more. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I'm trying to fix this wardrobe in the back. It's all slid across and it's hit into the door, but it's too heavy to move, so I'm trying to leave it. But yeah, I heard an advert on the radio about funeral care, and it just made me just kind of come back in my own head a bit and remember what I'm experiencing at the moment with this team, this group of people, that I never want to leave them because it is such a good place to be. Why would I want to be anywhere different? Maybe for a bigger challenge perhaps, but have I achieved everything currently with this group? Not quite. I think there's the potential still growing. I mean, the average age of that group is 22, 23, so you know, it's still another 3-4 years, maybe 5 years of development and progression, and you want to be there to see it, but you also want to be working at a high level as well, and you got to try and pick which way you go. But I don't know, the memories that, you know, I'm making now is what I have to remember. This is what's important. It's the experience of life that has the value. And is this experience at the moment still paying dividends back to me? I think so. So I stay. And then same the rest of life. With whatever job you're in or anything like that, is it paying you back the value you think you should be getting out of it? And if it is, brilliant, you stick with it, you continue. If it's lost its value, then look for a change. Relationships are probably a little bit more complicated than that, you know, as a way of rekindling relationships, and there's potentially dependence involved that you have to kind of think about as well, not just yourself. So there probably needs a bit more of a clearer thought. But your career, your social circle that you're in, requires a quicker thought, I'd imagine. I don't know. But yeah. But on the advert, about funeral care, the idea, you know, it just hits you back, you know, once you've lost a couple of people in your life, you know, you come away differently. After every funeral, you're a little different every time, and you know, God help you if you have to deal with it young. But it just reminds you how finite everything is, and that there will be an end to everything, whether that is life itself, a job that you're in, education, your social group, your partner. You know, there's an end to everything. And no matter what, I don't think whatever you say to yourself will come up with a solution on how to deal with it. There'll be nothing will prepare you for it. And I guarantee you will not enjoy it. Death is final, and that is what we can never get our heads around. That's why we have religion. End to everything. So the moments that you have, that you enjoy, you have to have the value in that. You have to follow that. You know, you won't believe how much time is spent not trying to create something better for yourself in the future. It's, you know, probably an issue about existence is the self-awareness, knowing that there's potentially nothing at the end of it. So experience what you've got now to its absolute maximum would be my advice. Go and do something that builds memories, connects you with others, and makes you laugh, makes you feel good about yourself, makes you come away with a better you know, image. You know, but yeah. I think that's just it. Get that settled into your head and know that every action that you do every day, you know, is designed to make things better in the future. I think that's just the way to go about it. Go away knowing that you've improved someone else's life, and that you come away with a better reputation that you arrived in, so that when the day comes where you're not there anymore, people will look back and go, you know what, he or she was excellent to be around. Make sure at the end of life that you are missed, just like the good people in your life that's no longer around. That's what you need to do. And every once in a while as well, take a moment to look up there, up in that sky. You know, see the stars, the galaxies, and it humbles you. It's a reminder that there is so much going on out there, that any problems that you're facing right now is minor. And like the progression of time, it'll just fall away into the past. And you're on to the next thing. Yeah. I think we'll leave it at that, I think. It's been quite a somewhat long recording. It feels like it anyway. But yeah. All the best to everyone. Again, good luck for the week coming. Another Monday is on the horizon. So let's get through it. Let's make more progression, and yeah, see you in the next one. Ciao.